それでは今日2回目のシェアタイムをそろそろ始めます。2回目の今度はアメリカと日本のジェンダーロール比較というタイトルで、アメリカ創価大学からの交換留学中のアルフレド・ガルシアさんのプレゼンテーションです。それではよろしくお願いします。
Hello, how are you guys doing? Good? Yeah, alright, let's hope you are. So today's topic, I am going to be talking on gender roles and a cultural comparison between Japan and US. So, wait. Alright. So what are gender roles? What is it, you know? Okay, gender roles, Wikipedia says, social and behavioral norms that are generally considered appropriate for either a man or a woman in a social or interpersonal relationship. Basically, that means anything that's normal. So the clothes you wear. I, as a guy, as a man, I can't, well, in Japan and the US, if I wear a skirt, that's not normal. It's not a gender role. For me, a gender role would be my pants. If I wear pants, that's normal. And this picture shows what is common in what I feel Japan and some parts of US is housework. In Japan I feel and in US, women are typically seen as housework. They take care of kids. So that's also that's a gender role. Likewise as well, men who go to work. Men go to work and protect family. That's also a gender role. That's normal. It's expected. So, as I was showing the picture before, a very common example is housework. And yeah, like I said, men go to work. So this is a picture of, maybe you guys can see familiar, a salaryman, businessman. That's a gender role here in Japan that I have observed. And is it forever? Are gender roles solid and can't be changed? I don't think so. These are just trends. People make gender roles, and gender roles help people. It's a connection. It's together. And for example, in the US and in Japan, if a man cooks, that's attractive now. It's good, right? You want a man who can cook now. It's sexy. It's no longer weird. So, personally, I want to go pick up a Ryori no Hon. I want to pick up a cookbook. I want to learn how to cook so that I can have a girlfriend. So, how common, how evident are they? Like, how can you tell where they are? And their influence. And I think that they are very common. Everything we do, from the way we talk, the way we behave with our friends, it's part of a gender role. It's part of our gender roles by our culture. So I think that these gender roles are given to us at a very young age. So for example, as kids in USA, boys wear blue and girls wear pink. And those two colors separate and they give people an expectation, what society wants you to be. As a boy, I wasn't given dolls. I didn't have dolls to play with. I had cars. Girls have dolls, typically. They don't have cars. Their toys are pink. Boys' cars are blue and sharp, and girls have doll houses, right? Separate. That's how our gender roles work. And yeah, they start from a very young age, I feel. So, what differences have I observed in Japan and in the US while I've been here? So let me just start. I've been here for about 1 month now. I am a ryogakse. I am studying Japanese here, but I am from America, and I have been at SUA And SUA has a few Japanese friends of mine as well. So in SUA, I learned a little bit. And here, for 1 month, I have learned some too. So, in college, we're in college, daigaku. And since I came to Japan, there have been very big differences I have noticed. One big one, ryo are separate. In SUA and in most college in America, boys and girls live in the same building, in the same area. But in Japan, I live with only boys and girls live with only girls. I can't have a girl in my room. That's weird to me. It's so strange. Do you see this picture here is typical of American home, American room. You can have friends over, you can have party, but in Japan, I can't. That's what I noticed, is the differences, right? Different gender roles and how they are enforced. How society tells you what to do. So, going back to the picture that we just saw, and in Japan and the US, I feel that in Japan, boys judge boys. Boys tell boys how to act, whereas girls tell girls how to act. And in America, you live with boys and girls. So both boys and girls tell you how to act. Does that kind of make sense? Like, it's a different reinforcement. So usually in America, if I wear pink pants, girls and boys will be like, wow, that's weird, that's choto hen, right? But in Japan, I get the feeling that if I wear a dress, I feel like boys are gonna judge me more and tell me more than girls. I don't think girls will tell me anything. I think they'll just be like, oh, it's weird, just walk away, right? But they won't say anything. But a boy will be like, dude, what is that? What are you doing? You know? So I feel that in Japan, boys judge boys. And in the US, boys and girls judge together. Yep. Okay, so next one, in fashion. So I talked about fashion already. This one's pretty interesting to me. In the USA, boys don't wear pink. No, they don't have bags either. If you have a bag and you're a boy, that's weird. That's not good. It's like, oh, that's hen, totally hen. But since I came to Japan, I had a backpack. Now I have a bag. I bought this at Donkey. Because I thought, hey, well, it's normal here, right? It's normal. But in the US, it's not. And also, one thing I also noticed, boys take care of their hair more in Japan, not in the US. That's strange to me too. For girls, what I have noticed is that it's normal for girls to have skirt and leggings. But in the US, it's not very normal. Usually it's just shorts or pants. So that's something I noticed that's kind of like, wow, that's kind of interesting to me. Like, hey, I see you out there, you have leggings, right? Yeah, leggings. And yeah, very common here. Normal, but US, not so much. Oh, in expression. So this is personality. So based off what is normal. In the US, men, boys, are supposed to be strong and assertive, very direct. And in Japan, I have observed that men also have to be very strong, but kind of a bit more shy, not so assertive. Just the differences in culture, our society, what is normal. One thing that I have seen that is common for both is it's not okay to cry. Boys that cry is weird in America and in Japan because that's like a sign of weakness. I don't agree, I'm not saying it's true, but it's what I observe. And in expression for women, I feel that it's a similar trend. I feel that women also in America tend to be a bit more assertive, more talk louder But in Japan, women are more quiet, a bit more polite too. They're nicer in Japan. And the big one that I noticed in everyday life, onsen. Onsen is weird to an American because you don't shower with the same people. Boys don't shower with boys or with girls. You shower by yourself. If you shower with somebody, that's weird. That's hen. But in Japan, it's normal, né? It's onsen. When I go in the hall at Hoyuryo, I go to the onsen and I see so many boys all naked together, and it's weird to me. I don't. It's not normal to me, but it's Japan culture, right? Likewise, women, they go to the onsen, the ofuron, they also shower together, and it's normal. No worries. Okay. But in America, you shower privately. It's a private matter. So what I feel is that this is the key. It's an indicator of our cultures. In America, we have the American dream, right? An individual. I am me. I am superior. I will be successful alone. But in Japan, it's more of a community. It's teamwork. So I feel that this difference is a really good indicator of our different cultures. Japan being very teamwork, very community. America being very independent, only one. So I feel that this is a very good way our cultures express that. America, we shower separately, privately, by ourselves. Japan, together, teamwork. But yeah, I don't think there's a right answer. All the differences that I pointed out, very common to me, but there's no right, there's no wrong, I feel. Japan is a different culture. USA also has a different culture. Both are different, but both are okay. There's no right, there's no wrong. Cultures all have different ways of doing things, and I feel that is okay. It's just best for us as students in college that want to learn. You want to study different cultures, so we should embrace these differences and accept them. I know I can ofuro now. I can go in the ofuro, I can get naked, and I can walk in with a bunch of naked guys. That's okay. And that's just me being global. I can shower in private, and I can shower with other people. And I feel that the cultural differences we see between international students and domestic students, Japanese and ryogakse, shouldn't be seen as, oh, this is bad or this is good. It should just be seen as differences that we can learn from. So, yeah, that's my presentation. Thank you.
それでは、質疑応答の時間に移ります。何か質問のある方はいらっしゃいますでしょうか。せっかくですので誰か質問のある方がいらっしゃいます。質問は日本語と英語とどっちでもどちらでも大丈夫ございます。日本語でも英語でもどちらでも大丈夫です。何か質問のある方いらっしゃいますでしょうか。せっかくですので何か気になったこととかありましたら気軽にお聞きいただければと思います。なかなかない機会ですね。
Is this a weird topic? Is this strange to you guys, or is this okay? Okay. Okay.
Thank you for your presentation. And you are living in Japan for a month, right?
For 5 months.
For 5 months. So you living in Japan for a long time. And my question is something. the Japanese culture becoming something normal for you, or
So you're asking if I have been accustomed, if it's normal to me now. Well, since SUA, since freshman year at SUA 2 years ago, I kind of started picking up Japanese culture. I take off my shoes when I walk into rooms now. So it was weird to me, but now I'm starting to understand it more. And yeah, I feel comfortable around Japanese culture. I'm still learning. When I first got here, I gave my money to the cashier. He was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, sorry, I don't know." But little things. But yes, I feel I am learning and I'm more comfortable now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
続いて質問のある方いらっしゃいますでしょうか。まだまだずっと受け付けてますので、何か気になったこととか聞いておきたいこととか何かありましたら、ありますかね。はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much for your presentation. I kind of missed the first part of your presentation, so if you have mentioned, I'm sorry. But what was the most surprising, the difference between the United States and Japan's culture in terms of gender roles?
Well, gender roles I feel in Japan and the US are kind of similar, but the thing that really got to me, I feel, was the women's role in the society. I feel that now it's changing, but in the U.S., boys and girls now try to go to college to get an education and get a job. But in Japan, what I saw before was that there was a very 1950s norm going on where women typically just stayed at home and men went to work. But as I'm observing now, I see more women going to work, and the difference is changing, right? But yeah, I think that was the biggest one, the housework acceptance of females as only housewives. Yeah, that was the one that got me, I think. Current. Yeah.
So you said that in America, if guys wore pink, it's really weird. So now since you're in Japan, would you wear something pink? Or would that go against your gender role?
My gender role training.
Yes, yes.
No, that's the interesting part. I wear pink in USA too. I don't really, I'm aware of the gender roles, but I'm also aware of different cultural standards. And I also know that a gender role is social influence, but it isn't law. It shouldn't depict what I do. So I wear pink. I actually have a really nice pink shirt that I love to wear. I was actually going to wear it today, but I forgot. It was dirty. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said before, it's based off of what I've studied. Gender roles aren't law. They aren't perfect. They're always changing. So I don't have to follow the gender role. I mean, it's more, I feel less special in Japan wearing pink because everybody wears pink here. But whether it's in the US or in Japan, a gender role is a suggestion, and ultimately I choose what I want to wear. So yeah, I mean, it's nicer in Japan, I guess. Thank you.
それでは何か質問のある方いらっしゃいますでしょうか。せっかくですので、せっかくの機会であるので何か気になることはありました。ありますか。あります。 どうですか、何かありますか、気になったこととか、そうでもないこととか、何か聞いておきたいこととかありますか。もう一回ここの、ありがとうございます。
日本語でも大丈夫です。日本とアメリカにはいろんな違いがありますが、これから住むにはどっちがいいですか。Which do you want to be?
Where do I want to live? Where do I want to live?
Which do you want to live in your future, America or Japan?
Like live? Where do I want to live in the future? Oh, okay.
Choosing between Japan and United States.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I honestly feel comfortable with both. I know both. I was raised in America, so I know American culture. And I'm learning Japanese, so now I know Japanese culture. And I like both of them. But if there's one thing that I would like to see happen in Japan before I move here, and that's the segregation of sexes. I don't like that I can't have a friend in my room. I still don't like that very much. I want to be able to have to have the opportunity to talk to girls and not think it's weird. Because in America, I can talk to anybody and it's okay. But I feel in Japan right now, if I talk to a girl, it's not normal, and I don't like that. So I like Japan. It's very clean. People are very nice. But I don't want to live here if I can't talk to anybody about anything freely. So yeah, I want to be free to talk. So if I can do that, then probably Japan, because it's nice here. Yeah. Thank you.
それでは続いての質問が最後になりますが、最後の一つ、誰か質問ある方いらっしゃいますか。
Sorry, so connected to that question, what do you think is one movement that we need to have the gender, the sex mix more in Japan, because that's really traditional and it's very deep, you know.
I think from what I have observed, it would just have to be communication. I mean, if we start going off into these gender roles and things like that, it really it irks me that I can't have a friend come over from Cosmos, but right in between Cosmos and Hoyu, there's a love hotel. So what does that suggest? Are women only for sex? Can I not have a friend over just to cook? I want to make Mexico no ryori with a friend, but I can't because I don't know, but I can have sex in a love hotel. So that's, to me, I don't know, I don't understand. I feel that a communication perhaps, maybe if we stop, if we start giving credit to women and to men that they can resist physical urges, you know what I mean? Like, girls have Soka Women's Only College. Why is there only Soka Women's College? Because they have to stay away from me? Like, I don't know why. What will I do? Am I a bad influence? Likewise, why are there women-only cars in trains? Do they have to be protected by me? Am I going to grab a girl? I don't want that. But there are guys that don't know. So if you tell them, hey, like, a girl's not a sexual object. Likewise, if you tell a woman, hey, you are not an object, you have a mind, then I feel then we can create this unity. And instead of having a love hotel, we can just destroy that and have people come over to each other's rooms and trust that nothing is going to happen because we can control our thoughts. We aren't animals. I know I want sex, but that doesn't mean I can't control myself. I can have friends, and I also have natural urges, instincts. And once we accept this fact and understand and communicate to guys and girls, then I feel we can move on and connect boys and girls together. Yeah, so that's my thing.
ありがとうございます。時間の関係で以上で質問を終了といたします。本日の今日の2回目のシェアタイムはアメリカと日本でのジェンダーロールの比較をテーマにアメリカからの交換留学アメリカ創価大学からの交換留学生のアルフレド・ガルシアさんに発表していただきました。本日はありがとうございました。